For more than 25 years, the smartest 30 minutes on television. From the campus of Wake Tech Community College, get your crania in gear. It's time to play Brain Game.
Competing today are Hobbton High School and Rocky Mount High School. High fives all around, all right. Way to do it, Abby, all right, very good. That's good. Well, hello and welcome to Brain Game. I'm your host, Mark Roberts. Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for joining us here at Wake Tech's Northern Campus. Let's get started by meeting the players. First up, from Rocky Mount High in Nash County, we have Will, Abby, and Owen. That's Rocky Mount High, everyone. And from Hobbton High School in Sampson County, we have Lee, Mariana, and Michaela. That is Hobbton High. Players, remember, correct answers in Brain Game score you 20 points. An incorrect answer or failure to answer in the allotted time results in a loss of 20. And sweep a category, and we will give you a 20-point bonus. Our players look like they're ready to take on the world, but for right now, let's snack on some North Carolina questions. How about that? In today's pop-up culture, we're testing our players' knowledge of tasty brands born in our state. Can you identify these Tar Heel treasures and earn some points? All right, players, cranium here. Let's start pop-up culture with Rocky Mount. Here we go. This soft drink was invented by the Carolina Syrup Company. What is this black cherry-flavored soda?
Our team's answer is Cheerwine.
Cheerwine is right. Wash down your Supremes or Cajun filet biscuit with some sweet tea at what Charlotte-based chicken chain?
Our team's answer is Bojangles.
Good old Bo's. And rounding out pop-up culture for Rocky Mount, what worldwide soda brand was founded in New Bern? Its blue and red circle logo is very recognizable.
Our team's answer is Pepsi.
Pepsi is correct. All right, now we're going over to Hobbton for some pop-up culture. A California man sued this brand because the state in its name is misleading. What is this hot sauce based in Winston-Salem?
Our answer is Texas Pete.
Texas Pete is the one. Thick burgers are the staple of what fast food chain that opened in Greenville?
Our answer is pass.
Over to Rocky Mount.
Our team's answer is Hardee's.
Hardee's is correct. Now rounding out pop-up culture for Hobbton, you can find this company's headquarters on Cucumber Boulevard. What is this pickle producer based in its namesake Wayne County town?
Our team's answer is Mount Olive.
Mount Olive's right, the corner of Cucumber and Vine. You are correct. Well, I don't know about you all, but I'm getting a little hungry after all that discussion there. Let's see how well we do for our second course, second category, I mean. Today at Headliners, it's all about girl power. From national stories to international incidents, all the correct answers will be the names of female newsmakers. All right, let's start Headliners with Rocky Mount. What NBA star was released from a Russian prison in a prisoner exchange?
Our team's answer is Brittany Griner.
That is right. What former TV news anchor initiated a lawsuit challenging the results of the Arizona gubernatorial election?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Hobbton if you would like to try.
Our team's answer is pass.
Answer there is Carrie Lake. Last Headliners for Rocky Mount. What former Trump press secretary was recently elected governor of Arkansas?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Hobbton.
Our team's answer is pass.
Sarah Huckabee Sanders is the new governor. All right, now we're doing Headliners with Hobbton. What Arizona politician left the Democratic Party and is now an independent member of the U.S. Senate?
Our team's answer is pass.
Rocky Mount?
Our team's answer is Sinema.
Kirsten Sinema is right. Back to Hobbton now. The Justice Department opened an antitrust case against Live Nation after fans were not able to buy tickets for whose concert tour?
Our answer is Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. The Swift fans get hopped up. And last Headliners for Hobbton. She was a member of the Georgia House of Representatives for 10 years and unsuccessfully ran for governor twice. What politician played the president of Earth on Star Trek Discovery?
Our answer is pass.
Over to Rocky Mount.
Our team's answer is pass.
Stacey Abrams was the president of Earth on Star Trek Discovery. That is correct. All right. Well, to paraphrase Mr. Spock, both teams playing well and prospering so far. Our next category is across America, but today we're testing your knowledge of historically black colleges and universities. It's all about the HBCUs and you. Let's start across America with Rocky Mount. Chartered in 1867, what Washington, D.C. HBCU counts Kamala Harris, Thurgood Marshall, and Toni Morrison among its many famous alums?
Our team's answer is Howard.
Howard University is right. Sticking with Rocky Mount. Founded in 1865 as the Raleigh Institute, what Baptist HBCU was the first to offer courses in the southern U.S.?
Our team's answer is pass.
Hobbton, would you like to try?
Our team's answer is Central.
Answer we're looking for there is Shaw University. All right, and rounding out across America with Rocky Mount now, St. Philip's College is the westernmost HBCU. It is located in what city known for the Alamo?
Our team's answer is San Antonio.
San Antonio is right. Now we're going across America with Hobbton High. In 1960, students from what North Carolina HBCU staged sit-ins at the Greensboro Woolworths lunch counter?
Our team's answer is A&T.
That is correct. And last across America for Hobbton, the easternmost HBCU is not located in a state, but in what Caribbean territory?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Rocky Mount.
Our team's answer is pass.
The U.S. Virgin Islands is the answer we're looking for there. All right, we've made it to our first break, but much more brain game is ahead. In today's Word Power, we're testing our players' ability to know when to be silent. That's a tough job sometimes. We'll be right back, everyone. Welcome back to Brain Game, everyone. We have a great game going here after the first round of play. We have Rocky Mount in there at 180 and Hobbton High is at 60. Let's get right into word power now. Players today were looking for words that contain GH. Sometimes it sounds like F, sometimes a G, and other times it's silent. Let's see how well you do filling in the blanks. We will start word power with Rocky Mount. Muhammad Ali was a member of this 11-letter boxing class.
Our team's answer is heavyweight.
Heavyweight is right. Keep your tall, thin hound warm with one of these 6-letter blankets.
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Hobbton.
Our team's answer is pass.
Afghan, the answer we're looking for. And last word power for Rocky Mount. Elvis sang about this location, a 6-letter word for a neighborhood, usually comprised of one specific ethnic group.
Our team's answer is ghetto.
Ghetto is correct. All right, now we're doing word power with Hobbton. Manhattan, Staten Island, and the Bronx are 3 of these geographic areas in New York City. We're looking for an 8-letter word here.
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Rocky Mount.
Our team's answer is borough.
Judges? Boroughs is correct. You gave enough information in the time, you got it. All right, sticking with Hobbton now. This 11-letter word describes an author hired to tell someone else's story for them.
Our team's answer is pass.
Rocky Mount.
Our team's answer is ghostwriter.
Ghostwriter is correct. Last word power for Hobbton. 6 letters are sufficient for this word that relates a satisfying quantity of something.
Our team's answer is enough.
Enough is right. All right, and we can't get enough of these right answers, can we? Let's dive right into our next category, arts and literature. Today we've got questions covering classic works of art to modern classics turned into pop culture references. Each team will get a tone visual clue. All right, we are starting arts and lit with Rocky Mount. Better known for his Western sculptures, who painted the Grass Fire? Ironically, he's the namesake of a famous gun manufacturer.
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Hobbton if you would like to try.
Our team's answer is pass.
Frederick Remington. Sticking with Rocky Mountain Arts and Lit, this novel's title is taken from a Robert Burns poem, but really concerns only one of the two title species. What is this Steinbeck novel about the Great Depression?
Our team's answer is Of Mice and Men.
That is right. And last Arts and Lit for Rocky Mount, he won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1925. What Irish playwright wrote Major Barbara, St. Joan, and Pygmalion?
Our team's answer is Shaw.
Shaw is right. All right, let's try Arts and Lit with Hobbton now. One of FDR's four freedoms, freedom from want, became the title of this painting by what American artist whose works were often covers for the Saturday Evening Post?
Our team's answer is pass.
Rocky Mount.
Our team's answer is Rockwell.
Norman Rockwell is the correct answer. Back to Hobbton now. This novel was based in part on the short story Bright Phoenix about a librarian who meets a book-burning censor. What is this dystopian Ray Bradbury novel?
Our team's answer is pass.
Rocky Mount.
451. Our team's answer is Fahrenheit 451.
That is the right one. And last Arts and Lit for Hobbton. His portrait of the artist as a young man is of the Modern Library Association's best novels. Who is this author of Finnegan's Wake and Ulysses?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Rocky Mount.
Our team's answer is pass.
James Joyce, the answer we're looking for there. Well, players, great job on those rounds. We've made it past the halfway point of today's game. When Brain Game returns, we're soaring to new heights, playing the name game with popular airports. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Brain Game, everyone. There is audience excitement because after the second round of play, we have Rocky Mount in there at 340 and Hobbton is at 80. Lots of points left to go. Our next category is Name Game. Today, it's an airport edition. Players, it's time to put your tray in the upright position and name these people for whom airports are named. Let's start. Name Game airport namesakes with Rocky Mount. Named for the Navy's first Medal of Honor winner in World War II, this large facility is in Chicago.
Our team's answer is O'Hare.
O'Hare is right. This New York facility is named for a Democratic president elected in 1960.
Our team's answer is JFK.
That is right. And last airport namesakes for Rocky Mount. One airport serving Washington, D.C. is named for a president, but the other is named for President Eisenhower's Secretary of State. Who is he?
Our team's answer is pass.
Hobbton, would you like to try that airport question?
Our team's answer is pass.
Dulles Airport, named after John Foster Dulles. All right, now we're going to the airport with Hobbton. This New York facility is named for a powerful World War II era mayor.
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Rocky Mount.
Our team's answer is LaGuardia.
LaGuardia is right. Back to Hobbton. New Orleans is served by an airport named for what famous jazz trumpeter?
Our team's answer is pass.
Rocky Mount.
Our team's answer is Armstrong.
Louis Armstrong is right. All right, back now to Hobbton. Columbus, Ohio's airport is named for this Ohio senator and astronaut, the first American to orbit the Earth.
Our team's answer is pass.
Rocky Mount.
Our team's answer is pass.
John Glenn. Godspeed, John Glenn is the correct answer. All right. Players, time to get your pencils and scratch paper out. It is time for crunching numbers. Remember, you now have twice as much time to answer these math problems. If you get stumped, you can always pass to the other team, so everyone should be working on a possible answer here. Starting with Rocky Mount and crunching numbers, when 3x plus 11 is divided by x plus 2, what's the remainder? Need something, Rocky Mount? Anything?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Hobbton if you would like to attempt.
Our team's answer is pass.
All right, answer we're looking for there is 5. Now back to Rocky Mount. If a town with a population of 1,000 people grows by 40% in 1 year and declines by 50% in the next year, then what is the population after those 2 years? Need something from Rocky Mount? Anything?
Our team's answer is 200.
That is incorrect. Hobbton, would you like to try?
Our team's answer is 700.
700 is correct. Last crunching numbers for Rocky Mount. In the diagram, lines M and N are parallel. Angle ABC measures 120 degrees, and angle CDE measures 130 degrees. What is the degree measure of angle BCD?
Our team's answer is 70.
70 is correct. All right, now we are crunching numerically over with Hobbton. In the circle with its center point at O, the measure of arc BC is 50 degrees. What is the degree measure of angle C?
Our team's answer is pass.
Rocky Mount.
Our team's answer is pass.
65, the answer we're looking for. Back over to Hobbton. If the solutions of the equation x squared plus bx minus 12 equals 0 are -6 and 2, then what is the value of b? Need something, Hobbton. Anything over there?
Our answer is pass.
Rocky Mount.
Our team's answer is 4.
4 is correct. All right, last crunching numbers for Hobbton. If a line with a slope of 3 passes through the point 1, 7, where does the line cross the y-axis? Need something, Hobbton. Anything?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Rocky Mount.
Our team's answer is 4.
4 is correct. All right. Well, we're down to our last category before the final round. But rocket science is, of course, no slouch. Today, we're covering several fields of study, including physics, biology, and astronomy. Good luck, players. Let's start this rocket science with Rocky Mount. It's the one planet in the solar system that rotates backwards on its axis, or maybe it's upside down. This planet is covered in CO2.
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Hobbton.
Our team's answer is Jupiter.
Answer we're looking for there is Venus. Sticking with Rocky Mount now, what force, explained by Bernoulli's principle, opposes weight for an aircraft wing?
Our team's answer is lift.
Lift is correct. All right, last rocket science for Rocky Mount. This law, passed in 1970, established national air quality standards. By what common name is it known?
Small. Our team's answer is pass.
Hobbton.
Our team's answer is pass.
That was the Clean Air Act. All right, now we're doing rocket science with Hobbton. Cthulhu, macula, the brass knuckles, and Tombaugh Regio are all surface features of what solar system body?
Our team's answer is moon.
That is incorrect. Rocky Mount.
Our team's answer is pass.
Pluto, the answer we're looking for. Now we're back to Hobbton. This is constant across each branch of a parallel circuit. What electrical quantity can be measured in joules per coulomb?
Our team's answer is pass.
Rocky Mount.
Our team's answer is volts.
Judges? Volts, voltage, we will take that answer. All right, Will eked it out there. All right, last rocket science for Hobbton. Passing in 1973, what law protects organisms whose populations are dwindling?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Rocky Mount.
Our team's answer is Endangered Species Act.
That is the right act. All right. Well, great job, everybody. We're down to the last question of the day, very important, with today's winning team advancing to the playoffs. We'll be right back with much more Brain Game. Welcome back to Brain Game, everyone. We hope you're playing along with your TV or your favorite device at home there. If you want more information about the smartest 30 minutes on television, go to WRAL.com and type the search words Brain Game for the season schedule, final scores, and to watch past episodes. Our regular round of play ended with Rocky Mount at 520 points and Hobbton with 60. Up to 100 points are now on the table, and it all comes down to our game's all-important final question. Each team determined how much to risk on globetrotting during the commercial break. Teams, here is your final question. In January of 2022, the People's Consultative Assembly passed a law committing itself to moving the capital city from the island of Java to the island of Borneo. Name that country. You have 30 seconds to deliberate. Stay tuned. The final answer and the final scores when Brain Game returns. Welcome back, everyone, to today's final round of Brain Game. It all comes down to this. Players, we have the amount of points risked and your answers to the final question, which is, in January 2022, the People's Consultative Assembly passed a law committing itself to moving the capital city from the island of Java to the island of Borneo. Name that country was the challenge here. Let's go to our teams. Hobbton, please tell us your answer.
Our team's answer is the Philippines.
That was incorrect. You risked 60 points. That brings your game total to 0, but great effort on Hobbton today, everyone. Give them a round of applause. Brain Game's not easy. All right. Rocky Mount, please tell us your answer.
Our team's answer is Indonesia.
That was correct. You risked 80 points. That brings Rocky Mount's game total to 600. So with that final score of 600, Rocky Mount is today's Brain Game winner, everybody. How about that? All right. Well, congratulations to Rocky Mount. Good job over there. Please join us next week when Enloe Magnet School takes on Middle Creek School. Thank you for watching Brain Game, the smartest 30 minutes on TV, everyone.